a lot of different people have been arrested for committing a lot of different crimes. Some of these crimes can be very unusual, as is the case with today's story. According to an arrest record, a lady with an open bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey in her purse was arrested for driving a golf cart on Florida's busiest freeway while inebriated. Here's what we know so far. Let's go into the details of the case. The 58-year-old lady was apprehended on the side of Interstate 95 on Saturday night. She's now charged with disorderly drunkenness in a public place and resisting an officer without violence, both misdemeanors. A semi-truck driver noticed the lady driving in the golf cart in the middle lane of Interstate 95 in Brevard County, which is the hub of Florida's Space Coast, according to a Florida Highway Police report. According to the report, the truck driver said that she saw the driver of the golf cart dropping out while driving. According to authorities, the truck driver used her semi to move the golf cart to the freeway shoulder. As the lady attempted to drive away, the truck driver snatched the keys to the golf cart. When troopers arrived, the lady began disputing with them, insisting she needed her luggage. According to investigators, troopers discovered an open bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire whiskey inside the luggage. According to the Federal Roadway Administration, Interstate 95, which runs up and down Florida's east coast, is the state's busiest interstate highway. Moving on, Ashley Bahai wins the Women's Open in a playoff for her maiden major championship. Ashley Bahai won the AIG Women's Open playoff after coming back from a 5-shot deficit. The South African began the final day at Muirfield with a 5-shot lead and held it until a triple bogey at the par 4 15th. Bahai saved par on her last 3 holes to force extra rounds after Chun shot a 1-under 70 to set the clubhouse aim at 10 under. For the playoff, the two returned to the par 4 18th, where they both parred the first extra hole, bogeyed the second, and missed birdie chances on the third. Bahai won her maiden career match with a par at the 4th playoff hole. Chun, who was ahead of Bahai in the group, birdied the 2nd and 4th holes to cut her advantage to 2 strokes. Hinako Shibuno birdied the 5th to climb to 10 under, while Bahai and Chun birdied the 6th to close the deficit. Bahai's advantage was down to 1 after bogeying the 9th hole, after hitting a bunker off the tee. Shibuno birdied the preceding hole to make up for the bogey, but Chun trailed by 3 after bogeying the 10th and 12th. Bahai took the lead after a streak of back 9 pars, including a spectacular save at the 14th, but blew it on the par 4 15th. Bahai hit her 3rd shot from a fairway bunker into the rough, then missed the green with her 4th shot and 2-putted for a triple bogey 7. Following that, Kazoo Open. Callum Shinkwin wins his 2nd DP World Tour Championship with an excellent victory at Celtic. Manor Shinkwin survived a final round battle with playing partners Julien Guerrer and Connor Syme, posting a 1-under 70 with 6 birdies and 5 bogeys to finish the week on 12 under. The closest challenger to the world number 304 came from Syme, who shot a 3-under 68, while Guerrer fell back into a 5-way tie for 3rd place on 5 under, following a final round 76. "I feel terrific," Shinkwin said. "Even though I had a few shots of leading coming into the back 9, it's still not easy, particularly when Connor made a charge. There was still a lot of pressure, and even down the last, it's not an easy hole. And a lot of folks have made a big score there, even if they hit the fairway. The scores weren't there before this week, but it was my week. Winning anywhere is a good experience, but winning with family and friends means so much more." When Guerrer bogeyed the first, Shinkwin's overnight advantage doubled, only for the Englishman to lose a stroke at the next after taking 3 chips from the back of the green and slide into a share of the lead when his playing partner birdied the same par 5. Guerrer bogeyed the 3rd after failing to get up and down from sand to save par, and he also bogeyed the 4th as Shinkwin holed from 15 feet to go 3 ahead, before falling even further when he 3-putted the 5th for another bogey. Shinkwin missed saving par from the greenside bunker, but the birdie put him back 6 ahead, only for Syme to trim the lead to 6, with 3 straight birdies from the 15th. Following that, Andrew Beef Johnston states that he will have to evaluate an offer from Live Golf while reflecting on his thumb injury. The 33-year-old, who is now sidelined with a thumb injury that has left him in a dark place, is aware of the reasons why players are tempted to the riches offered by the Saudi-backed league. Henrik Stenson is one of the most recent major names to sign up with the league. The choice that Stenson made cost him the chance to captain Europe in the Ryder Cup in 2023, and Luke Donald was selected as the Swedes' replacement for the tournament that would take place in Rome the following year. On the Sturkers and Radar podcast, Johnston, who has not yet participated in any games this season, stated, "My perspective is that I've been sidelined for the last year owing to an injury. How could you possibly refuse an offer of £10 million? Because it would significantly alter my life and put me in a better position for the future. I would need to give it great consideration. Everything comes down to the values you uphold and the reasons you play golf. It requires some great consideration on your part, and I can't say that I would go myself." What more does Johnston have to say about his experiences and injury? Johnston went on, "In other words, how would you feel if someone paid you X amount of money to perform the same job? You'd have to think about it, right? It's excellent financially, but that's the only reason you're going. When it comes down to your principles and why you play golf, that's when it becomes tough for someone like me, because you think to yourself, hang on, I'll never play another major again. People will miss being able to compete in the majors and huge tournaments with all of the history. That's another thought that crosses your mind. Some majors have provided me with incredible opportunities. When you tee off at the Open or in the US, it's a great experience with memories that last a lifetime. If I'm fit and well for the next 10 years, I'd be playing majors and preferably Ryder Cups, because experience is priceless." So, what does Johnston have to say about his injury? Johnston elaborated on his left thumb issue, saying, "I saw 2 experts. Nobody appears to know what it is, which is arguably the worst part about it. I'm simply looking for a diagnosis to get back on track. It's disheartening since I was looking forward to this season, so learning that I won't be able to participate this year has been a shock. It did put me in a low place for a while. At the conclusion of last year, I began to play some very nice golf. I believed it was time to make another move and climb back up the world rankings, into the majors, and so on." Finally, on the PGA Tour, John Huh leads the Wyndham Championship by 2 strokes after a career-best round. Huh, who won his only PGA Tour win a decade ago at the Mayakoba Golf Classic, blasted a 36-foot eagle putt on the 15th hole and finished with 7 birdies. The 32-year-old scored 5 consecutive birdies between the 4th and 8th holes at Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina, to get off to a flying start in his campaign for a FedEx Cup playoff spot. Huh is ranked 120th in the FedEx Cup rankings, with only the top 125 qualifying for the playoffs, and a full PGA Tour card next season. Huh had this to say about his round: "I wasn't feeling great about my game, so shooting my career low is strange. I have conflicting emotions, but I'll take this any day. 2 eagles, 4 birdies, and 1 bogey put him 1 stroke ahead of Huh's fellow Americans Peter Malnati and Brendan Wu, who are tied for 3rd on 6 under. Austin Smotherman is one of a large group on 5 under in what is a significant week for him. Smotherman is 135th in the FedEx Cup, but would count as 125th if he remained there with 10 players ahead of him banned for registering with Live Golf. Tyrell Hatton is the leading Englishman on 2 under, with Luke Donald, who was just named Europe's next Ryder Cup captain in lieu of Henrik Stenson for the 23 tournament at even par. That concludes our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching.